The relationship between the United States and South Africa is going through a rocky patch this year, from bombshell allegations of selling arms to Russia to lingering speculation about a key trade agreement. So, what's the current state of the SA-US relationship? And are there still tensions bubbling under the surface? Newzroom Afrika's Andersen filed this report.
From the Lady R vessel that left the Cape Town harbour and headed to Russia, to the AGOA trade agreement and its possible renewal, this year things have been a bit tense between the United States and South Africa. After publicly accusing South Africa of sending arms to Russia aboard the Lady R cargo ship after it docked at Simonstown's naval base in Cape Town, an independent panel appointed by President Cyril Ramaphosa found that there was no evidence of arms or equipment being loaded onto Lady R. Since then, the US has not apologized and also did not submit any evidence for its claim that arms were loaded onto the ship before it departed for Russia. When pressed on the matter again this week, US Ambassador to SA, Ruben Brigady, insisted that the matter is now being handled through diplomatic channels.
We, like everybody else, have taken note of the public comments with regard to the panel, with regard to the comments that I made in a press conference that I held 6 months after the Lady R docked in Simonstown. We have had a number of conversations with very senior members of the government to address our mutual concerns in that matter. Our governments are agreed that this is a matter that will be addressed strictly in diplomatic channels going forward.
This past week also saw International Relations Minister Naledi Pandor in Washington for bilateral talks with U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken. DOCO described the meeting at the time as a chance to continue the wonderful cooperation the US and SA have built together. So it sounds as if all is forgiven, right? Maybe. But there is the not-so-small issue of South Africa hosting a key summit in November to discuss the future of the African Growth and Opportunity Act, which is set to expire in 2025. Currently, AGOA grants SA and several African countries tariff-free access to the US market. On the back of the Lady R debacle, however, some US lawmakers have suggested hosting the summit outside of South Africa. But according to Brigady and President Joe Biden, the US believes the future lies in Africa and is looking to find new ways to make AGOA more transformative.
Russia's illegal and brutal invasion of Ukraine is obviously an existential matter for Ukraine, and it is a grave foreign policy matter for the United States. And the United States is committed to helping Ukraine defend itself, as is its right under the UN Charter. The Lady R issue was a very serious matter. We appreciate that the government of South Africa has addressed it, and we do not intend to comment on the substance of that matter further. We are grateful also that South Africa will host the AGOA Forum, and we look forward to continued partnership with South Africa for the growth of the South African economy, because it is in the interest of the United States that South Africa continue to grow and develop as a democracy that can deliver for its people.
Regardless of AGOA, the DA is making sure the Lady R saga is not forgotten just yet. The party has gone to the High Court in Pretoria in an attempt to have the Independence Panel's report declared unconstitutional. The DA says a retired judge should not have been appointed to lead the panel. The presidency is adamant that Ramaphosa followed the law when appointing the panel, and says the DA's court challenge is merely politically motivated. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Andersen in Johannesburg.